happened one day. It was, I don't know, it was sometime in the afternoon, and this one guy, oh, he's so hot, and he's sitting there, and he was like, hey, Bridget, and I was like, hey, Bobby.
How exactly does one swallow a lollipop into your lung?
Well, I was chasing this really cute boy, and he had really pretty green eyes. They just were sparkly, and they had like these yellow, never mind. But I was chasing him, and I tripped over a frog, and it just down my throat. I was going to chase after him, and he started running away from me. I was like, no, you can't do that. So I started running, and running, and running, and suddenly I tripped on the sidewalk, and I sprained my ankle.
So how long have you been a doctor of Flirt Medicine?
I've been a doctor in Flirt Medicine officially for 10 years, but it's just a thing that has been studied in my family for generations. It's nothing new. Only you Americans were not so sure about it at the beginning. Okay, so they tell me you have neck injury. Is that it appears to be the situation. That's
yeah, I can't move it. So
okay,
yeah.
Okay, I'm going to fix your neck, but I want you to remain calm. Do not scream and shout like you did last time. Now I want you to think happy thoughts. Think about like maybe Bermuda or...
Why would I think about Bermuda? They're really ugly shorts, and then I wouldn't look cute in ugly shorts. Ugly shorts, they're like brown and green and yuck.
You should tell me about the shorts. Talk about the shorts a little bit.
I just did. I told how.
Okay, see now. Are you going to toss your hair anymore?
No. Maybe.
I want you to look at me and say, are you going to toss your hair anymore?
No.
Why would someone go to see a Flirt Medicine doctor as opposed to a regular doctor for an injury?
Oh, I get this question. Oh, this is a very good question. Well, what happens actually is when you are injured doing sports, you break yourself. You hurt your ankle or your finger or your eyeball. I mean, that is bad enough. But with Flirt Medicine, when you're injured flirting with someone, there is an occurrence of the injury being enhanced by the hormones that are raging in the individual at the time. Yes, Mary, this is a scan of your lung. You see this little shaded area right there? That is a lollipop. That is the third time this month this has happened.
And what flavor was it?
Cherry. The last one was lime. My asthma flared up like you wouldn't believe.
Now, these girls, do they ever suffer from psychological trauma?
I see psychological trauma every day of my life. That is what makes my job so difficult, because it's not just the injury, it's the brain that gets involved.
Is that something that you handle, or do you refer them to a counselor?
It depends on what the situation is. Sometimes I do refer them to a counselor.
I was at this party, and the guy that I have liked forever, he came up to me and was sitting on the couch, and he sat down beside me and put his arm around me. And then it happened.
Are you saying that you shared with him that you love him, or explain exactly what happened?
Well, it wasn't exactly that I shared that I loved him. I shared a lot with him, but it wasn't I love you at all.
So what made you want to go into Flirt Medicine?
It was actually an incident of my own, and to be honest, if you had come to me and asked 3 years ago, I wouldn't have been able to talk to you about the electric slide incident. I was at a prom and was trying desperately to impress Billy Joe Bob. Grew up in a small town, and as I was trying to do the electric slide, which I was known for doing quite well and felt pretty confident about, I slid right into a split that split my prom dress right straight down the middle, I'm ashamed to say. And yet, you know, I learned a lot from that, and I think it was that night that I knew that I was bound for Flirt Medicine and for flirt trauma specifically. Don't be ashamed to say it, Amanda. You can say it out loud.
I farted in front of him.
It's okay.
Do you find that people are very accepting of the field you work in?
Sadly not, which really is unfortunate, because there's such a deep need for flirt trauma, and I think that a lot of doctors are scared away from this practice because of the ridicule that we face. It's very hard for families to understand, you know, when you leave the dinner table at night or during Thanksgiving to go help someone with a flirt crisis.
I look forward to seeing you again very soon. Thank you. There's a way. We'll get you all right.
Thank you so much. With any luck, she'll be able to look into a guy in 6 to 9 months, maybe 3 years.